Hello everyone, this is Deepak Singhal. Welcome you all to the platform of Vidya Guru. So dear, this is going to be the first video for the August month where I'll be covering the important current affairs from 1st of August till 7th of August. And we will also be discussing about the recent tariffs imposed by US government over India and what will be their implications. So dear, if this is your first time you are watching this video, kindly subscribe the channel if you like it. Also share the video with all of your friends who are looking for some exam specific current affairs. And here do consider if you want to purchase our pen drive courses or any of the SSC banking courses, then the numbers are also there in the in the description box and also just below the video. So without wasting your time, let's continue the today's class on the current affairs. This is going to be the weekly current affair video completely recorded in English medium for the South Indian and all the Northeast Indian students. And if you want the Hindi medium of this video, it will also be recorded separately and uploaded over the same platform. So without wasting your time, let's continue the class. The very first current is about the Life Insurance Corporation. LIC, we know this. LIC of India has signed $1 billion forward rate agreement with some major Wall Street banks of America. So there is a street called Wall Street and the major banks of America are located over there. LIC of India has signed $1 billion forward rate agreement deal with them. Now, what is actually a forward rate agreement? Forward rate agreement is an agreement where a company agrees to buy the bonds at a fixed price in the future. So we are fixing everything in the agreement only that we will be buying this amount of bond at this rate which we are fixing today. Even if the rate rises in the future, we have already fixed the rate that we are going to pay you for the bonds in future. So this is what you term as forward rate agreement. LIC founded in 1956, headquartered in Mumbai. Heading forward to next current, it is about the report, and the report has been released by the Insurance Brokers Association of India. According to their report titled Leading the Path to Insurance for All, Broker of the Future. So this is the report title. According to this report, only 2 out of every 5 Indians have the health insurance, where the rural coverage of the health insurance is even low. The rural coverage of the health insurance is even low, and every 2 out of 5 Indians, they are having the health insurance. So according to this report, 1 in every 2 Indian aged above 18 has the life insurance. 2 out of every 5 have health insurance. And if the government schemes are excluded, I said excluded, then according to this report, the health insurance coverage drops to 1 in every 4 Indian. Although the 65% of India's population lives in the rural areas and they contribute just 45% to the Indian GDP, which is exceptionally good. But the problem is the life insurance. Out of 65% rural Indian population, only 2% of it are having the life insurance. Like the life insurance branches, only 2% life insurance branches are located in the rural areas. However, the report in this current is not mentioning that how much out of 65% rural Indians are having the health insurance, but it is exceptionally lower than what the people are having in the urban areas. Next current is about UK, like Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand CM has released a book, and this book is titled Sustainable Wellness of Students, a Collective Responsibility in Higher Education. So this report is jointly edited by Lata Pandey and Dr. Ramanand. Next current is talking about Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts. I'm talking about Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts to host the National Symposium. So Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts is going to host the National Symposium, which is celebrating the UNESCO recognition of Bhagavad Gita and Natya Shastra. So we are going to host this National Symposium celebrating the moment when UNESCO significantly or when UNESCO recognized the 2 ancient texts of India, that is Bhagavad Gita and Natya Shastra. So the most important, this National Symposium is titled as Timeless Text and the Universal Teachings, Inscription of Bhagavad Gita and Natya Shastra. So this is very important. Where this National Symposium is going to be organized? New Delhi. Next current is Lok Sabha has approved the extension of Manipur President's rule. We know that in Manipur, the state emergency under Article 356 or President rule was passed. And once it is passed, it will be in effective, like it will remain effective for 6 months. And the 6 months was going to be over like in August. But before it was over, the parliament has extended the tenure of president rule by 6 more months. So another 6 months beyond August 13, under which article it is mentioned, Article 356. When the president rule was imposed, it was imposed on 13th of February. So as I told you, once it is imposed, it remains effective for 6 months. If you want to extend it, then the parliament need to approve it again. So parliament has given the approval. Why Manipur is under the state emergency? Because of the violence between two tribes, that is Kuki and Meitei. Next current is about India. India has developed the first scientifically bio-authenticated monofloral lavender honey. So we are the first in the world to scientifically develop the bio-authenticated monofloral lavender honey. So this innovation was led by Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine. This is important. Next one is 1st of August, celebrated as WWW Day, that is World Wide Web Day. Next current is about 1st to 7th of August, we celebrate the World Breastfeeding Week. And this breastfeeding week, like this year's, had a theme, prioritize breastfeeding, create sustainable support systems. Going to the next current, this is about NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India. This is very important for all the students. There are some rules which are getting changed, and all like the rules which are already changed from 1st of August 2025. So what are the rules? The first rule, now each UPI application that you are using will allow the user to check their bank balance and transaction only 50 times a day. Second change, to reduce the system pressure, the auto payments, that if any you have set any kind of auto payment will be processed only during the non-peak hours. And the non-peak hours are before 10 a.m., between 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. or after 9:30 p.m. Now, you can get access to your bank details only 25 times per day. And something about the unconfirmed payments. Now, this is very important. I'm very happy for this. The unconfirmed payments will update their status within seconds instead of showing as pending. So now you have to update the pending status within seconds, whether it is successful or failed. I'm talking about the pending payments. Apart from that, the users, they can also check the payment status of any payment only 3 times a day with a gap of 90 seconds in between. After that, we have 11 public sector banks. According to a report, they collected 9,000 crore rupees in penalty for the minimum balance breach. So you know that over the 5 years, according to a report, Finance Ministry said 11 public sector banks, like under the control of government, have collected more than 9,000 crores in penalty. And what are the banks? Like the largest bank to continue or to have the payment, like largest bank, the bank to have the largest share out of this 9,000 crore penalties, SBI, followed by Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, Punjab National Bank, Indian Bank, Bank of India, Central Bank of India, Union Bank of India. So these are some of the 11 public sector banks that collected more than 9,000 crore rupees as a penalty because customers, they breached the minimum balance. Next one, indigenously built 1 megawatt green hydrogen plant where it is commissioned. Indigenously built 1 megawatt green hydrogen plant has been commissioned recently in Gujarat, Kandla Port, inaugurated by the Minister of Ports, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal. Next one, Ministry of Petroleum has launched Apna Ghar initiative. This Apna Ghar initiative, it is going to be very important, especially for the truck drivers, and the truckers' welfares. This project has been implemented by the public sector oil marketing company, like we have Indian Oil, we have Hindustan Petroleum, we have Bharat Petroleum. So this project will be implemented by them. Next one is United States. We know Donald Trump has announced the extra tariff of 25% and the total tariff over India that has been imposed by this man who's believed to be the most sensible of all the leaders is equal to 50%. So this has made India to stand as the biggest country in the region to have the biggest tariffs of US tariffs. This equals our country. Now we are standing at part with Brazil. Only two countries in the world are enjoying 50% tariff by America. However, 25% tariff is already effective from 7th of August, and another 25% tariff will be effective after 26th of August. Now, the most important thing, why the tariff has been imposed. Mr. Trump has criticized India that India is getting oil from Russia. We are doing some kind of energy imports from Russia. We are buying large scale arms from Russia, which he claims that this is going to undermine the global efforts to isolate Russia over the Ukraine war. However, he's a very smart man because he knew it well. He kept some sectors. He kept some sectors out of this, I would say, tariff. And the sectors which are kept out of the tariff, you guys can see here, the sectors that he kept out of tariff, they are like we have pharmaceutical sector is specifically kept out of the tariff, and all the smartphone sector is kept out of the tariff, because he knew this, that if the pharmaceutical sectors and the smartphone sector is also is brought under the tariff regime, it is going to undermine, or it is going to be very heavy on the pockets of Americans. I don't know what this man is doing, but a kind of a association, a kind of a unity in the global south is being experienced today to counter the US tariffs. Next one is Indian Navy has received the indigenous advanced stealth frigate, which is Himgiri, under the Project 17A. Now, who has built Himgiri? Himgiri has been built at Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers, is Kolkata. This Himgiri is having 75% content, indigenous content. Next one is about Indian Army has conducted the exercise called Divya Drishti. This Divya Drishti exercise has been conducted in the eastern Sikkim to evaluate the high-tech military systems. And the troops from the Tri Shakti Corps headquartered at Sukna near Siliguri corridor, they participated in this exercise. It was completely a domestic exercise. We didn't invite any country to participate in this. And I told you that there are three types of exercises: domestic, bilateral, multilateral. In the bilateral, we have two countries. In multilateral, we have more than two countries. In domestic, we do not invite anyone. So this is a domestic exercise called Divya Drishti. Next one is Vice Admiral Sanjay Vatsayan. Vice Admiral Sanjay Vatsayan has taken over the charge as the 47th Vice Chief of Naval Staff. Now, coming to his career, he has been conferred with Now Sena Medal, which is a devotion to duty, in the year 2000. He has also been awarded with Ati Vishisht Seva Medal in the year 2025. Next one, Vice Admiral Krishna Swaminathan has also been appointed as Flag Officer Commanding in Chief, Western Naval Command. This is important here. Next one is Lieutenant General or Lieutenant General Pushpendra Singh has been appointed as the Vice Chief of the Army Staff. Something about his career, he has been awarded the Ati Vishisht Seva Medal and also the Bar to Sena Medal for his distinguished service to the nation. Next one is Indo-Tibetan Border Police. I'm talking about ITBP. ITBP and the Department of Biotechnology have signed some kind of MOU. What this MOU is all about? This MOU is all about to boost the biomedical research for the forces welfare. And this biomedical research is going to be focused on human adaptability to high altitudes, biosecurity, biomedical devices and prosthetics, food biotechnology, wound healing, and frostbite treatment. So just for the welfare of the forces serving in the subhuman climate. Next one is Reserve Bank of India has approved the merger of a fraud hit New India Cooperative Bank with Saraswat Cooperative Bank. So now all the branches of New India Cooperative Bank will be named as Saraswat Cooperative Bank branches. And this has made Saraswat Cooperative Bank to be the largest urban cooperative bank of India. Next one is Ministry of Mines has recognized 7 institutes as Center of Excellence under the National Critical Mineral Mission. 7 institutes as the Center of Excellence under the National Critical Mineral Mission. So what are these 7 institutes? These are IIT Bombay, Hyderabad, IIT ISM Dhanbad, IIT Roorkee, CSIR IMMT, Bhubaneswar, CSIR NML Jamshedpur, NFTDC and Hyderabad. So this is important, NFTDC Hyderabad. Now we have another appointment. Shri Raj Kumar Arora. Shri Raj Kumar Arora has assumed the charge as Controller General of Defense Accounts. So he will be serving as the Controller General of Defense Accounts. I'm talking about Shri Raj Kumar Arora. Now, Dr. Mayank Sharma, he has taken charge as a financial advisor, Defense Services. So he is a financial advisor, Defense Services to Government of India. He is a 1989 batch Indian Defense Account Service Officer. He has 3 decades of experience. Now, next one is Professor Michel. Professor Michel has been appointed as Astronomer Royal. I said Astronomer Royal by the United Kingdom. This is the first time in the history of United Kingdom that a woman has been appointed over this post. So this is a 350-year like of the old post, and she has become the first woman to have this post. She will be advising the UK monarch on astronomical matters, promoting the public interest in space and science. Now we have the 71st National Film Awards. This is a complete list of the winners. Like the best feature film is 12th Fail, Barvi Fail, Hindi. Best non-feature film, Flowering Man, Hindi. Best documentary, God, Vulture and Human. Best actor, this award has been shared between Shah Rukh Khan for The Jawan and Vikrant Massey for 12th Fail, like Barvi Fail. And this is the first national award for Shah Rukh Khan also. Next one is Best Actress Rani Mukherjee for Chatterjee versus Norway, and this is the first national award for Rani Mukherjee also. Best Supporting Actor award has been shared between Vijay Raghavan for Pokalam, which is a Malayalam movie, and Muthu Pitai Somu Bhaskar for the movie Parking, which is a Tamil movie. Best Film Critic award has been given to Utpal Datta for a Assami movie, Swarna Kamal, and 1 lakh rupees in cash. Coming to the next head coach of India's Indian football team. This head coach is Khalid Jamil. His appointment has been approved by the All India Football Federation. The All India Football Federation was formed in 1937 when the representatives of football associations of the 6 region they met at the army headquarters in Shimla. Next one is Asian Development Bank Chief Mr. Masato Kanda has launched the Universal Health Coverage Network known as Practitioners and Experts Knowledge Exchange and Resources, often called PEERS. So it is a regional peer-to-peer learning network which is aimed at accelerating the universal health coverage across Asia and the Pacific. Next one is India has launched its first ever FIFA Talent Academy for Girls, where it is located. This is FIFA Talent Academy for Girls is located in Telangana, Hyderabad, where in Hyderabad, Telangana, Gachibowli Stadium Complex. Something about All India Football Federation, I told you, headquartered Delhi, founded 1937. Kalyan Chaube is the president. Next one is Odisha government has launched Shakti Shri program. This Shakti Shri program is going to safeguard the girl student in the higher education institutions. This is a good or a phenomenal, I would say, comeback by Odishan government to launch the Shakti Shri program. As you can see the image, it is going to strengthen the women's safety. It is going to faster the grievance resolution. It is going to establish the CCTV surveillance in all the campus colleges, and all the campus is going to have the trained student leaders. So this complete program has been announced by the CM of Odisha, Mohan Charan Maji. Next one is Australia has banned the children under 16 from creating the YouTube accounts. But I'm little bit nervous how you are going to ban it. But of course, the students, they can, while they're putting in their age, they can obviously give some superficial age, superficial year of birth, and this can undermine that how you are going to control it. But Firbi, this is the first country to ban under 16 students from creating YouTube accounts starting from December 2025. The restriction in Australia is already applies to TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, X, and the new extends it to YouTube for the same under 16 students. Next one is a powerful earthquake. We all know 8.8 magnitude Richter scale earthquake hit the Kamchatka Peninsula, triggering the Pacific tsunami warning, and it is considered to be the second biggest earthquake after 2011, which caused the Fukushima disaster of Japan. We all know that. It hit Japan with 9 magnitude Richter scale in March 2011 and caused the Fukushima nuclear disaster. However, the epicenter of this earthquake is believed to be located 119 kilometers southeast of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky at a shallow depth of just 19.3 kilometers. However, according to inquiries, this is not going to cause any tsunami alert for India. So according to inquiries, this is not going to cause anything to India. Now we are coming to UK Prime Minister, a big news there, a very, very big news. UK Prime Minister, who is also, like, UK is also a member of G7 country and also a very strategic ally of America, has recently said that Britain is going to recognize the Palestine as a state, Palestine as a country, most probably before the United Nations General Assembly meeting ahead of it, if the Israel fails to meet the certain conditions. Like what conditions? Israel is required to stop its like war-like conditions in Gaza, because we know that what is happening to the inhabitants of Gaza, what kind of a subhuman condition is going over there. So just because of that, the Keir Starmer has announced that he may recognize Palestine as a state, but he has put some conditions. What conditions? If first condition is if the Israel ends the military operations in Gaza. Second, if the Israel halts annexation plans in the West Bank. Third, if the Israel and Gaza and all the Palestine, they commit to a peace process based on a two-state solution. And something about the state of Palestine here, already 140 countries, including India, recognize Palestinian state. However, following UK, France has also recently pledged to support it. Most probably in the upcoming United Nations General Assembly meeting, both of these countries can go for it. I said both of these countries can go for it. This is going to be very important. Next one is President Donald Trump. We know that he has recently imposed a 50% tariff over India. And what are the expectations? According to these tariffs, Indian exports to US is believed to be hit by 30% in financial year 26, amounting a loss of nearly $60.6 billion for us. And as I told you that India faces the highest penalty at par with Brazil, that is 50% tariff. Reasons I have already discussed. But what about the competitors? Competitors like Vietnam, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Japan, South Korea, they all have the lower tariff in comparison to India and Brazil. And it is when India is a strategic partner of Australia, of US, according to US. It is happening under that condition. But I told you that he's a very double standard man, because he excluded the pharmaceuticals, energy products, critical minerals, and semiconductors, mobile phones out of the tariff regime. So he kept all of these sectors out of tariff because this is going to be very heavy on American pockets. Next one, Niti Aayog has launched India Electric Mobility Index. India Electric Mobility Index, and this is going to track the state level EV progress. State level EV progress, like what is the EV regime, how the state government is doing in order to tell the people to go for the EV. So this is a very ambitious program, very ambitious index, but launched by Niti Aayog, and it is launched why? Because India is committed to net zero emission by 2070. We want to adopt it by 2070. Next one is India has also become the fifth largest aviation market in 2024, because we handled about 241 million passengers. This is according to the report called World Air Transport Statistics Report, released by the International Air Transport Association. According to the report, the Mumbai-Delhi route was also recognized among the world's busiest airport pairs. What about the other countries? The first country to be having the largest aviation market is US, followed by China, United Kingdom, Spain, and we are coming to be the fifth. Next one is Prakash Pe Charcha. Sorry, beg your pardon, Pariksha Pe Charcha has earned the Guinness World Record for the citizens' engagement. It engaged somewhat 53 crore registrations in just 1 month. So this is the reason why a Pariksha Pe Charcha has been given the Guinness Book of World Record during its 8th edition, hosted on the My Government application or platform. Niti Aayog has again released a report on unlocking a $200 billion opportunity for electric vehicles in India. I told you this is in relation to the India Electric Mobility Index, which has been launched by Niti Aayog recently. According to this report, Niti Aayog has set an ambitious target that India is targeting somewhat 30% share of electric vehicles in the total vehicle sales of India by 2030. So this is going to be very, very important. By 2020, India EV penetration was just 1/5 of the global average. But by 2024, this has improved to over 2/5, indicating a gradual but not a positive trend. But yes, we are gradually accepting EV, but it is not considered to be very positive. Next one, we are having the need for acceleration. Why? Because the report has noted that although India's EV transition has picked up, but it is still relatively very slow, which requires a stronger policy and strategic interventions. Next one is India's first megawatt scale Make in India green hydrogen power plant commissioned at Kandla. I have already covered that, but it is going to make Gujarat a leader in renewable energy and sustainable infrastructure. And we know that India also have an aim of net zero emission by 2070. So it is going to contribute our aim in that. This is happening for the first time. Tata owned Jaguar Land Rover has got the first Indian, I would say, CEO. So after Tata acquired JLR, Jaguar Land Rover, we have never seen any Indian CEO of this company. This is happening for the first time there. And what is the name of the CEO? The CEO is R.B. Balaji. So who was the CEO earlier? Earlier CEO was Adrian Mardell. Adrian Mardell, who retired after 3 years as CEO and 35 years with Jaguar Land Rover. Next one is Hiroshima Day is celebrated on 6th of August every day. We know that in 6th of August 1945, America dropped atomic bomb known as Little Boy over Hiroshima. However, 3 years down the line, I will also be covering the Nagasaki Day. Next one is Reserve Bank of India has waived off the prior approval for opening the Vostro accounts. You should be knowing this. If any foreign bank opens account with Indian bank in India, this kind of account is called Vostro account. Vostro account helps in managing the rupee transaction, so surpassing the dollar. So earlier, if you want to open some Vostro accounts, RBI approval was needed. But recently, RBI has said in its latest notification that there is no need for RBI's approval for opening the special Vostro accounts. Next one is India is going to host the WHO IRCH workshop on herbal medicine regulation. We are going to host the World Health Organization IRCH workshop on herbal medicine where? Ghaziabad, 6th of August up till 8th of August in the Hotel Fortune District Center, Ghaziabad. This is going to be organized by Ministry of Ayush in collaboration with WHO and also supported by the Pharma Commission for Indian Medicine and Homeopathy. Next one is IndusInd Bank has appointed Mr. Rajiv Anand as its new managing director and chief executive officer. You should be knowing this. Whenever a bank appoints someone as a MD and CEO, that has to be approved by RBI. So RBI has already approved him and he is the new MD and CEO of IndusInd Bank. IndusInd Bank is headquartered in Mumbai, founded in 1994 with having the tagline, "We make you feel richer." Next one is about India and Philippines. They have elevated their ties recently and now Philippines and India, they have become the strategic partners. So it is during the Philippine President Mr. Ferdinand Marcos' state visit to India, this was announced. And here it has helped a lot, like it is going to help a lot in all of our people to people exchanges. This is going to strengthen both of these countries' partnership in defense, maritime security, trade, development, people to people exchange, And also, when this historic relation began, the diplomatic relations with Philippines began in 1949, driven by the shared democratic values and anti-colonial legacies. The most important thing, India's Look East, and which is now the Act East policy, has also deepened the engagements with Philippines, making Philippines a key partner in the progress. Now, Gujarat. Gujarat has retained the top spot as India's leading exporting state in the year 2024-25, with almost shipment worth rupees 9.83 lakh crore, according to the Federation of Indian Export Organization, shipped by Gujarat, which accounted for almost 26.6% of the country's total exports. Very, very important. And the last current for today, 7th of August, National Handloom Day is celebrated because on this day, the government and other organizations raised awareness to honor the handloom weaving community. And this is the thank you note. And this is the end of the video. I hope I have made you like so much committed towards your current affair journey. And if yes, dear, kindly express your love by liking the video. Comment sections are always open for all of your queries. And yes, dear, I make only the exam specific current affairs. My only objective is to help in your journey towards your government exams. And as I have repeated always, if you will subscribe the channel, it is not going to cost you even a single penny, but it is going to boost up my efforts towards your journey to achieve your dreams. So on this note, this is Deepak Singhal signing off. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Take care.